Okay.
Hello everyone, we're back. I hope all of you are well, that you had a good week. Not that I want to remind you everyone, but Pesach is coming soon. So just take it calmly, enjoy the preparations, enjoy everything, and talk about enjoy. Here's the rabbi.
Hello everyone, this is, I'm going to be talking about a very unique, special reading of the Torah, of the Parasha. This coming Shabbat is, we read, it's Rosh Chodesh, and it's not just any Rosh Chodesh, it's Rosh Chodesh Nisan. It's Rosh Chodesh, the beginning of the month of Nisan, which was the only month that we see in the Torah presented to us as the month which will be the one to calculate all the other months and all the other festivities that will fall during the year. So this is a month, the way the Torah describes it, HaChodesh Hazeh Lachem, Rosh Chodashim Rishonu Lachem Lechodshei Hashana. This is the Rosh Chodesh that is the first of all the months. And the Torah, as it describes this month, it tells you that it was Chag HaAviv. Yom Atem Yotzim Bechodesh HaAviv. You are coming out from Egypt, from slavery to freedom in the month of Aviv. It is the springtime. And springtime, this was a kindness, a favor that God did for the people of Israel, in not too hot, not too cold, but very mild, just so that for their comfort. That was the Chodesh HaAviv, which is the month of Nisan. That's why they came out from Egypt, from slavery to freedom. And this month, when our rabbi instituted for us that when it comes the Rosh Chodesh Nisan, we are supposed to read it beside the regular reading of the Torah that we have. Like this Shabbat is going to be Tazria, and the regular Rosh Chodesh, this is also Rosh Chodesh, we read, and then a third Sefer Torah, which is Parashat HaChodesh, HaChodesh Hazeh Lachem. This is what we read. Why did our rabbis institute for us to read this in Rosh Chodesh Nisan? Because a preparation before Pesach, because it contains that parasha, that portion of the Torah, it contains the laws that pertain to the Passover, to the Pesach, how you have to prepare it and designate it a few days before Pesach, also the slaughtering of the Paschal lamb, and the designation of people on the Paschal lamb, and also the consumption, and all this was just before the 10th plague, which was with the death of all the firstborn. And this was the Torah prescribed and tells you the laws of Pesach. Also in it, it's included the laws that Pesach carried with it, which is no chametz, but you must have matzah. So that's why we read. Now the interesting thing is that Pesach is really a national holiday. It's one of the greatest holidays, and it is national because we became a nation. We became an ambassador to God, to the people of the world, and our objective and our mission was to transform civilization. This is how why we were freed from slavery from Egypt, and that's why we became the people who received the Torah. With that, we wanted to be an example to the world. So the interesting thing, the one question that I want to ask is simple. If it is a national holiday, yet why don't we celebrate it? Like, for example, Sukkot, the celebration is, the Torah said, you have to gather, the mitzvah of Akel, gather all the people together and read the Torah for everybody, and it is a time when you have to express in public what it is that you are supposed to do to celebrate that holiday. This is the most national holiday, which is the Pesach, because we became a nation. We became a nation with a purpose and so on. So it is this national aspect of it. Why is it not emphasized in the Torah? And what we have is, instead, we have a celebration of a Pesach that it has to be according to individual families that are celebrating. In fact, the rules in this parasha of the Torah, it tells you that if you are celebrating in the time of the Bet HaMikdash, when you have the Paschal Lamb, if you have been designated for that Paschal Lamb, you cannot go to another house to your neighbor and go and say, oh, I'm coming, I'm celebrating with you. You have to be designated for that Paschal Lamb. And look what the Torah said in the Pasuk here. בעשור לחודש הזה קחו להם איש לבית אבות סל הבית, a lamb for every household, ואימת הבית מיות מזה. And if he tells you, if for example the household it's too little, couple of people, and you have got a whole lamb, what are you going to do? You say, don't do that. You have to invite other people, and then you have to designate according to the ability of everyone that they are going to eat. So you see, this is a celebration that is done in the privacy of the home. This is exactly the opposite of what we would expect instead of the national aspect of the national holiday. And so it should have been this as a collective and national identity that we have should be emphasized. So what is it all about? It's what we need to know is that since our purpose as a nation, it is to change this civilization and to be the ambassador of God to the world, it's telling you the only way that you can change civilization and the nucleus of civilization is through the home. The home is where civilization begins. If you have in your home, in the privacy, what is the biggest mitzvah that we have here? Not only that we are supposed to eat matzah that represent what from the start we went from transformation from slavery to freedom, but it's telling you you're going to transmit everything that you know of the history of your people to your children, and to transform the home. Once you transform the home, you transform the civilization. You transform any other nation. You can start to be the nation per excellence by transforming your home. And that's why Pesach, that it is a national holiday, most important to be expressed when you celebrate it at home with your family and you show that it's important your children, important your home. That is when you are going to be celebrating Pesach, and that will be celebrating and changing the nucleus of civilization in the world. Shabbat Shalom.